So this video is all about making custom materials, and I want to show you the Steve Farrar method of blending. Now Steve Farrar might be a familiar name, right? You have Steve Farrar's Flash Blend. This is probably one of the most commonly used materials in saltwater flies and 3D flies and synthetic clousers, right? Unbelievably efficient material to make baitfish patterns with, and it's just slinky hair blended with a flash. And of course this doesn't apply to one material, right? You could take yak and turn it into multiple colors of yak with multiple colors of flash, right? This is a Devlin blend by my friend Captain Ian Devlin, and that's exactly what it is. And so this method, I'm going to show you how to do it with Squimpish hair. It can be used on kind of any long fibered material to create a custom composite material useful for fly tying. As far as materials go, all you need is brushes. You want some sort of like slicker brush and then some brush to kind of take care of the waste. And then you need like rubber bands or silicone bands. That way you can actually kind of put it into a hank and you're good to go. Now I have a bunch of loose Squimpish hair. This is just loose fiber that's bundled up here. So I'm going to get it all divvied out and I'll show you the Steve Farrar method of blending. So I took that big ounce packaging, split it into fourths, and then split those two in half. So this should be a quarter ounce, 50-50 for each color combo of Squimpish hair. Now you can come in with any sort of flash material you want. I'm going to use wing and flash, gold, medium brown, and then I'm going to come in with Pear-A-Glow, which is pearl blended with glow-in-the-dark Flashaboo. Now I'm going to lay these two hanks on top of each other. I'm going to grab the midpoint and I'm going to tease them out, and I'm going to draw basically an imaginary line through the middle of this stack. And that's going to be important because as you pull these out the tips, you're always kind of grabbing the longest hair first. So I'm going to have long hair on the bottom, medium hair on top, short hair on the very top. So I'm just going to create a layered base like that. Spread that long stuff out. You can see the orange is a little bit bigger than the yellow. That's okay. So I'm going to move my center line closer so they all stack up here. I'm just going to try to put down a nice healthy base layer that I'm going to start laying my flash on. I'm just looking for uniformity here. I'm going to come in with that gold wing and flash. And you can make this, the fun thing is you can make it as flashy or as dull as you want. Going to go heavy on the gold. Come back in with a layer of Squimpish. You can see by stacking that yellow and orange on top of each other. Of course, this could be one color of Squimpish hair, but by doing it that way, it's just getting blended for me, right? I'm just taking away all the extra steps is what I'm trying to do. Come in with our medium brown here. I fish a lot of coffee colored water, so I always like this brown gold flash. It's not like a super intense copper, but it's kind of in that copper spectrum, and it just works for my coffee colored tannic water really well. Now this hair should be getting shorter and shorter as you tease it out by the tips like this. I'm going to finish this up here. We'll use all the Squimpish. So there's only 2 layers of flash in there, but it's sandwiched between all that Squimpish hair. I'm going to open up my Flashaboo. I want this to kind of be like an accent. I don't want it to be super crazy dense. So I don't have that many fibers of this, just a few. I'm just going to get that evenly throughout all the material here. Now what you're going to do is that imaginary line where you kind of stacked all the bases, right? You should have that, if we go this way, it's pretty easy to see, but you have short, medium, long hair. So you're getting it pre-tapered by doing this. You're going to come to that midsection and you're going to roll this up into one big bundle. And now all the colors of Squimpish, all the colors of Flash, and all the Flashaboo are going to be perfectly intermixed. It's kind of like it's kind of like making biscuits with butter in between the layers of flour. Then you take your slicker brush and you're going to remove all the short hairs. You're grabbing it in the middle of the hank as hard as you can. Switch sides here. Now, this isn't waste. Take as much of this as you can. You're just going to do a little rip stack here. This is going to help orient the fibers, make sure they're all facing the right way. Now you're going to get the waste out of there. The waste is just going to be really short stuff that you can't use. And so for all that material, that's the only waste I have. With all this hand blending, this is the only waste I have. It's like 1-inch fiber. I'm going to take that, move it out, throw it right in the middle, and just wrap it around that hank. Split that hank in half with my finger. Get my finger out of there, kind of push all that down and around, and then come with a come in with a silicone band or a rubber band or even tying thread if you have to, and hank that. And now I have custom yellow, orange, gold, copper, and Pear-A-Glow Squimpish hair ready to tie. It's got tapered lengths throughout the whole thing, going from short, medium, long, extra long, flash throughout, and you just, preen out what you need, and you're ready for tying, just like that, or ready to make a dubbing brush. Now you can find custom Squimpish blends like this from squimpishflies.com. They have them up there. They're called Boutique Blends. Crazy fun to tie with. I'm doing these blends right now for my own website. So you can pick up the Squimpish hair custom blends for myself as well. And you're going to see some are straight fibered and some are blended fibers. And the whole point of that is if you're going to tie, say, a chosen one or a pike fly, you can get the blended ones. If you're going to make a dubbing brush, the blending all happens in the brush process. So you can get all the straight colors, save a little bit of money, and then blend it all up in the brush. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you'll try that and check it out. Again, it does not apply to just slinky or just yak or just Squimpish. I could have put polar goat hair in here. I could have put Icelandic sheep hair in here. I could have made it woollier. I could have stiffened it with slinky and have a Squimpish slinky blend. I could stiffen it with yak. I could make a yak slinky blend. You can do any color of flash under the sun. So it's just a fun way to make your own materials and make them very specific to your water or the stiffness you're looking for or how you like to tie your flies. So, hope you'll check it out. Thanks for watching. This will make a mess. You should have a lint roller so that your wife does not find Squimpish hair all over the house, because it'll literally get everywhere. Lint roller.